Hi, my name is Bettina Alonso, and I'm a Senior Fundraising Executive at Maimonides Health in New York. Over the past 20 years, I've raised more than $100 million across healthcare, faith-based, and global nonprofits. I've worked closely with boards, led high-performing development teams, and partnered with ultra-high net worth individuals to secure transformational gifts. Today, I want to talk about something I feel strongly about: why fundraising needs to be a core competency of a successful nonprofit CEO. Point 1. Fundraising is strategic leadership, not just revenue generation. Too often, fundraising is viewed as a department, but in reality, it's a leadership function. A CEO is responsible for vision, growth, sustainability, and reputation. Fundraising touches all four. When you're raising significant revenue, you're articulating strategy. You're communicating impact. You're aligning stakeholders around a shared future. The ability to inspire investment in your mission is not a side skill. It's proof that you can lead. A CEO who understands fundraising also understands donor psychology, timing, positioning, and the long-term cultivation required to build trust. That strategic lens strengthens the entire organization. Point 2. The CEO is always making the ask. People think fundraising is about one big moment, the ask. In reality, leadership itself is a continuous ask. You're asking your board members for confidence. You're asking your staff for commitment. You're asking your community for trust. Mastering fundraising teaches you how to manage the room, how to listen carefully, read personalities, and align interests. Especially when working with highly successful donors, humility and emotional intelligence matter just as much as confidence. And here's something I often explain. You can raise $1 million in two ways. You can secure one transformational gift from a single individual, or you can mobilize 1,000 people to give $1,000. Both strategies are valid, but they require very different leadership approaches. A strong CEO will understand both. They can operate at the grassroots level and in the boardroom. That flexibility is very powerful. Point 3. Fundraising strengthens governance and board performance. A fundraising-oriented CEO naturally builds stronger boards. When board members are engaged in development strategy, not just oversight, they become invested ambassadors. They understand the mission more deeply. They feel ownership in growth. In my experience, building high-performing boards requires creating an environment where participation is meaningful and rewarding. Everyone becomes aligned around sustainability. Point 4. Fundraising is future-focused thinking. At its core, fundraising is about possibility. You're asking someone to invest in a future that doesn't exist yet. That requires vision, clarity, and the ability to translate mission into measurable outcomes. A CEO who has mastered fundraising already knows how to think long-term, manage risk, steward relationships, and protect institutional credibility. Those are not just development skills. They are enterprise leadership skills. In conclusion, if we want nonprofit organizations to thrive in increasingly complex environments, we must rethink how we define executive readiness. Fundraising is not a secondary skill. When positioned correctly, fundraising becomes the foundation of effective CEO leadership. And for those of us who have built our careers in development, the message is clear. We're not just revenue generators. We're organizational architects.